Hello, welcome to Gemstone Tarot, weekend of the 16th and the 17th, 2021. I really had to steel myself to do that. 1,144 random and interesting facts you need to know. Okay, this one caught my eye. In Siberia, there is a toilet located 8,500 feet above sea level at the top of the Altai Mountains. It serves the workers of an isolated weather station and is known as the world's loneliest toilet. I know. The first ever ticket purchase to the first ever Comic Con in New York was by George R.R. George R.R. Martin in 1964. He was the first of only 30 people there on that day. Oh my God, that is great. In 2007, this is the stuff that we need to know. A man called Mike Warren Madden designed a device called the aquatic pram that allows you to take your fish for a walk. I know. There are 50 different types of kangaroo. There you go. You heard it here first. 50 different types of kangaroo. Please don't condemn me, my lovely Australians. You know I love you. I actually love the Australian accent, but I'm not so good at doing it. I only know it from watching Married at First Sight Australia. I know, you'd pelt me with tomatoes if you could. No apologies. Never apologise, never explain. Oh, okay. We are using, what is this one called? The Mythic Tarot. How are you doing? I'm just going to ask you, are you in lockdown? Are you not? We are in the UK. You are in lots of places, I think. Let me know what's going on with you. What are you doing day to day? How are you passing the time? You've already told me all your hands are no good like mine are. You know, have you dyed your own hair recently? Tell me your horror stories. Okay, what do we need to know? I'm not doing reversals, actually. It doesn't feel like it. God, I do love this deck, actually. Ooh. Wow. Okay. Overall energy cards. Got the Sloth here, by the way. Sloth hot water bottle. Say hi. Overall energy cards. We've got Judgment. Past, present, future. This has been the case since we've been reading since the beginning of 2021. I'm almost doing the robot. Where we've been kind of going back in time. And it feels weird, doesn't it? It's a weird kind of energy. And I know we talked about it the other day. We're moving from Capricorn energy into Aquarian energy, and it's like pulling up roots. And I get that. And there is a feeling of dreamy kind of levity about everything, but at the same time I think it's quite discombobulating. Again, let me know in the comments section. Judgment is always a combination of past, present and future into the now, and it's that feeling of, it is deja vu. It keeps coming up to me, deja vu. And what do we get with Judgment but the Hanged Man? And again, this is Neptune, this is suspension, it's a feeling of stasis. Okay, now within that we've got some interesting and quite nice cards, actually. Well, she says that. We've got some quite nice cards. Dropping the Ten of Swords and then dropping the mic altogether. I like the Ten of Swords, actually, because when you get the Ten of Swords, time for a clear out. Stuff is actually happening, you know, and it's weird because I was awake at 3:30 this morning. I couldn't sleep. I do find in lockdown I don't know why actually, but it's harder to sleep, isn't it? It's harder when you don't have the normal pattern of days. You're sort of like, a bit like in, oh God, my memory's going to be terrible today. when she says, what's a weekend? Maggie Smith says, what's a weekend in Downton Abbey? Because their slices of life aren't apportioned by weekdays and weekend because they don't work, okay? But I know when you go into lockdown, you do get this sort of feeling, don't you, of, someone described it to me the other day as a book without chapters. So when I was awake at 3:30 in the morning, I actually had a little vision of the Nine of Swords. Not a huge fan of the Nine of Swords, because when you got the Nine of Swords, you're in all of the kind of paranoia and all of the future, but you don't really have, well, sometimes you're in the past, but you're certainly not in the now. But also, I'm going to contradict myself and say that the now contains the past and the future, but it's about finding a balance, isn't it? Instead of being kind of chasing evaporating fears. That's the kind of energy. Chasing evaporating fears, okay? Ten of Swords, it kind of tips that 9. I get the 1 and the 0 tipping over into the Ace of Swords, where you're going to come into some clarity. You're going to get more idea. You're going to get, what's the word? Catharsis, I suppose. Here, Athene comes up and she says, that's enough, Gorgons. That's enough, snaky-haired ladies. Enough already. Can't you see? Stick a fork in him, he's done, But when you do stick a fork in you and you're done, you can move on to the next thing. And it feels like we're in a bit of a process of that. Now, we also have, and this is nice, 4 of Wands. It's like the gateway card. And to go with it, we have the double of it, which is the 8 of Wands. 4 doubles to the 8. And look, the boat that was kind of in the background is now in the forefront, and there's the gorgeous dolphins, reminding me of the dolphins I saw at the beach about, 2 years ago now. I know. 4 of Wands doubles to the 8 of Wands. So the 4 of Wands becomes a message. It becomes momentum. It's an 8. Things happening, things moving, but at the same time, things staying still. What does that remind you of but the Chariot? Okay, 2 horses going in different directions. One going forwards and one going back. And what does that create? It kind of creates the vapors of the now. Is that a t-shirt, we ask ourselves? I'm in the vapors of the now. One of the more esoteric ones. Now, we also have 2 queens in the reading. I feel like this is the same. We got the Queen of Cups, who is the esoteric queen whose feet blend in with the water, and she's scrying and she's psychic, and it's all that watery energy. And then we got the Queen of Pentacles, who has got the grapes and the pentacles. It's like, I make the grapes grow, I hold on to my pentacles. I'm practical, I'm earthy, I know what I'm doing. I feel like we are literally, with the Chariot, not even torn between these 2 things, but playing with the 2 things, okay? Playing with the energies. Playing with the energies. Do hit the like button, by the way, if you haven't already. Even if it's there, even if it's there, even if it's over there or down there, hit the like button. Okay. Ba-ching. Oh, I like that. That's a better way of thinking of it, actually. Wisdom of the Oracle, Colette Baron Reid, we get exchanging gifts. I like this. Exchanging gifts is a way of thinking about the 2 horses on the Chariot. If you are exchanging the energies rather than kind of fighting against each other with the energies. I realise my vocabulary is not brilliant today. Apologies for that. Sometimes it happens. I haven't had coffee for a couple of days. I blame that. Oh, I like that too. And I want one of these. We're going to have a Wisdom of the Hidden Realms as well. Ho, yes. We don't often get this card. The Ice Queen. Everything being on pause. Ideas preserved. Non-action and entitlement. In the Northern Hemisphere it is kind of cold. Putting things on ice. Itchy nose. And divine timing. certainly the time isn't now for action, in particular in the real world or in the 5D world, because things are very much on pause. But it's within that, what did we call it? Within that exchange of energies that the energy is created for the future. Okay, there's definitely something with that Four of Wands that is a portal, it is a gateway, it is a Wands card. There is something creative in this, okay? But you might not know what it is yet. Leave me a comment if you do. Do like, share and subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow. Namaste.